Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick.
Hey, look at this.
The sound of music. What?
Let me, yeah, look, this is going to be interesting, right? This record, this was, not this exact one, but this vinyl we had in our family growing up. You might have had it in your family growing up. If you're in Australia, for some reason, this is an Australian pressing. It's from a company called Music for Pleasure. It's obviously the soundtrack to the famous film, The Sound of Music. But as we're going to discover, it turns out that that's actually a stage play originally. I haven't listened to this since I was a child. Haven't heard it since I was a child. This might not fly. You may or may not like it, but I'm looking forward to enjoying it. So if you want to listen to it with me, stick around. We're on kick.com/givesaminute. H-Man, hello. G'day, Hendrik. How you doing? Yeah, The Sound of Music. So we're going to learn a little about it. We're going to learn about the piece of vinyl that I've got in my hands, because this could well be a collector's item. I mean, I said that last time and it wasn't, but this could be. So we're going to dig into, Discogs and find out how many pressings of this. We'll read it. There's a bit of a story on the back there, and then we'll play it. We'll get a homebrew and then we'll play the record. That's the plan on the stream today. Me Son, hey, gives a minute. Good day. Hello, Me Son. What a lovely handle. Have we seen you before, Me Son? I don't think we have. How are you, Me Son? Have you seen or have you heard this record? Yes, from Systems Raid. That's right, of course I recall, and I still can't say that handle. Size Teams. I've not heard the record, but I've seen the film. Right. Okay. Well, that's as far as it goes with me as well. But looking at the back of this, apparently it's a stage play. There's something I've got to do before anything else happens, though. Put on my eyes, because I can't see shit. Now I can. So if I read this to you, by the way, this piece of vinyl is moldy, and this could be a sketchy one. We're going to have to give it a good clean before we play it, because there's mold everywhere on here. It's even got a name written on it. So if your name starts with an A and ends in male, could be Anna Mail, Amanda Mail. Let me just read this to you. The Sound of Music was the last musical written by the fabulous songwriting team of Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein II. And it has proved to be the most successful musical of all time. I didn't know it was a musical, and it's one of the most successful of all time. By the way, there is no date on this anywhere. I searched high and dry to find a date of when this record was pressed, and there isn't one. So that's what I want to use Discogs for in a moment. It goes on to say, opening in New York in November 1959 with Mary Martin in the lead part of Maria, the stage production ran for 1,443 performances on Broadway. The London production opened at the Palace Theatre in May of 61 and ran for 2,385 performances. That's a substantial amount more than the US. I guess the English are a little more sophisticated. They love their stage plays. The superb film adaptation of the musical starring Julie Andrews, that's the one that I've seen, and Christopher Plummer was another phenomenal success and will be showing in cinemas all over the world for decades to come. Now that does give it a sort of a date, I suppose. We could look at when that film came out and figure out when this came as well. Just the way that's worded. It is the film version of The Sound of Music that we have followed in this album. I'm going to read this all to you. It's a fairly extensive liner notes there. I'm going to read it to you. The charming and delicate story of The Sound of Music is based on the true story of the famous Trapp family singers, and it is set in Austria just before the Nazis seized power there. We find Maria singing on a hilltop, and that is The Sound of Music. She is hoping to become a nun, but the nuns decided that she is too young and too high-spirited, and that is the second track, Maria, to be ready to take her vows, and she is sent to the abbey to become governess to the 7 children of the widowed Captain Von Trapp. On her way, she keeps her spirits up by singing I Have Confidence. That was the track she sings. And I'm looking at the track listing. That's track 3. So these are going in order. I Have Confidence. But the captain turns out to be a formidable man. He runs his house literally with a bosun's whistle. A bosun's... What the freak is a bosun's whistle? A bosun's whistle. What is that? Where's my mouse? Where's my bosun's whistle mouse? Here we go. What is a bosun's whistle? Bosun's whistle. I did mean that. Bosun's whistle. It's what? Is it a boat whistle? It's diverting to a boatswain call. A boatswain call, pipe, or bosun's whistle is a pipe or a non-diaphragm type of whistle used on naval ships by a boatswain. Consists of a narrow tube. Okay, so it's a gun. It's a gun. It's a whistle. H-Man, didn't it have Mary Poppins who was driven to the stage by Miss Daisy? I don't know that, H-Man. I'm going to find out, though. If it's in these liner notes, I'll definitely find it, but I don't know about that for a fact. So he literally runs his house with a bosun's whistle, and his children do not feel that the new governess will last very long, as the previous one lasted only 3 hours. The children's ages range from 4 to 16, and the eldest, Lysel, already has a boyfriend. The telegram boy Rolf, not the telegram you know. Rolf, 16 going on 17. That's the track about Rolf, I guess. Okay. Maria gains the affection of the children when they run to her room during a terrifying thunderstorm. She comforts them by singing My Favorite Things. The captain goes away to Vienna to visit the glamorous and wealthy Baroness Schrader, whom he hopes to marry, and while he is away, Maria teaches the children to sing together Do Re Mi. Famous, right? You all know that. I do as well. The captain returns with the Baroness and is shocked to see how undisciplined the children have become. He has an argument with Maria and tells her that she's sacked. Bad luck, Maria. But the Baroness is delighted when the children sing to her, and even the captain is won over. He tells Maria that she has brought music back into his home, so I guess she can stay. Later, Maria and the children put on a puppet show during which they sing The Lonely Goat Herd. Okay, they've skipped Climb Every Mountain. And they went straight to The Lonely Goat Herd. Okay, that could just be a vinyl thing where the tracks have been flipped around to fit on a piece of vinyl record. They sing The Lonely Goat Herd. A close friend of the captain, the impresario, that word. Max Detzweiler suggests that the children should compete in a forthcoming Salzburg Folk Festival. Well, they're already going out on tour. They've only just learned how to sing. But the captain is adamantly against his children singing in public. Ah, shit. Captain. The captain gives a lavish ball to introduce the Baroness to his friends, and during it, the Baroness takes Maria aside and suggests that she has fallen in love with the captain. Maria realizes that this is true, and she decides to go back to the Abbey, but the children miss her and come to the Abbey. Maria tells the mother abbess of her predicament, and the mother abbess tells her that she must face her difficulties, and that's Climb Every Mountain. So they did flip those around. So Climb Every Mountain ends side 1, and The Lonely Goat Herd begins side 2. Okay, that makes sense. And return to the Von Trapp family. Soon, the Baroness realizes that Maria is closer to the captain and his children than she ever will be, and she leaves for Vienna. The captain and Maria now admit their love for one another, and that's the track Something Good. And they are married in the magnificent cathedral of the Abbey. While the captain and Maria are away on their honeymoon, the Nazi regime is set up in Austria, and when they return home, they find a telegram ordering the captain to report for duty in the German Navy. As he is fanatically anti-Nazi, he knows he cannot go, and he realizes that he will have to leave Austria. Also, Max has pulled a fast one on the captain by rehearsing the children for the festival, but this works to their advantage when they are surprised by the local Nazi chief Zeller and his men as they're trying to make their escape. Zeller is convinced when the captain says they are all going to sing together at the festival, and he follows them to Salzburg. At the festival, the family... By the way, if this was a synopsis for a film today, there's no way you could have it this long, right? It'd have to be so short to fit on like your little Netflix blurb, right? This is almost a short story. At the festival, the family deeply affect their audience, and they anger Zeller and the Nazis when they sing Edelweiss. Okay, they flip tracks around. They've oh no, Do Re Mi. Do Re Mi's in here. Interesting. Okay, so Do Re Mi was mentioned way back, but that's actually on side 2 as well. Edelweiss, which extols the beauty of Austria. For a finale, the children sing So Long Farewell. Bang. Now, what the hell? That's not the last track, though. There's a reprise of Climb Every Mountain. Okay, this will be interesting. As the prizes are awarded, the Von Trapps slip away, and when it is announced that they have won first prize, they do not appear, and the Nazis storm out after them. Haven't those Nazis got anything better to do than to chase kids that are just learning to sing? Those little Nazis. They have fled to the Abbey and succeed in evading all the Nazis except for Rolf, whose Nazi allegiance now appears stronger than his love for Lysel. But Rolf finds that he hasn't the nerve to pull the trigger on his one-time friend, the captain. They're going to kill this dude? They're just performing a little sing-song and they're going to get shot? And the family make their escape by car. Zeller and his men try to follow them, but they're completely foiled. The Sisters of the Abbey have immobilized their vehicles. What did they do? How would they have done that back then? Put a flat, like let the air out of the tire? The Von Trapp family makes for the mountains. As they are walking to freedom, they sing the song which has given Maria hope before, Climb Every Mountain. And I guess that's where the reprise comes in at the end of the side 2. I'll just take a moment there to check the chat. Hendrik, yeah, it'd be a 1-minute TikTok. Or, yeah, right on. Dugsky, hey Gibbs, this is going to back to the totally childhood years. And maybe, Doug, when I talk about this pressing, you might be like, interesting, because this comes from a label, Music for Pleasure, based in DY, of all places. Okay, we'll get to that. So here we go. We are proud to present in the role of Maria, lovely Anne Rogers, which she's credited on the front of the record here, Anne Rogers. Who starred in the original production of The Boyfriend and whose portrayal of Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady won her the acclaim of London and Broadway, so both New York and London. She has since starred in She Loves Me and Follow That Girl, and has recently opened in London with Ian Carmichael in a 2-character musical that is having a great success on Broadway. So now they're advertising their own little thing here on the blurb. That's called I Do, I Do. Patricia Routledge, who's also credited on the sleeve here. She's at the bottom there. Old Patricia Routledge, who plays the mother Abbess, possesses one of the finest voices to be heard in musicals today. Or then. There may be better women singing these days than old Patricia Routledge. After starring in Little Mary Sunshine and Virtue in Danger, she made a hit in London and Broadway, playing 3 parts. She played 3 parts in How the World Treating You. How's the World Treating You? She played all 3 roles. That's like Marty McFly meeting himself in Back to the Future Part 2. Not quite the same, but you feel me. On television, she has played everything from the characters of Gilbert and Sullivan opera to a portrayal of Queen Victoria, and she recently received an overwhelming ovation from the critics of Broadway for her performance in Darling of the Day. A fine supporting cast: the famous musical director Alan Ainsworth, his orchestra and singers, and help to make this album the perfect souvenir of the last outstanding creation of Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II. That is the full blurb on the back of the record. Let me talk a little about this pressing, because this is what's interesting to me. It's on a label called Music for Pleasure. It says here, this stereo record can also be played on a modern mono record player. And it tells you to look at the back to see how that's done. And it does mention up here, for good reproduction on a mono machine, this stereo record needs only a suitable mono pickup. Most mono pickups produced in recent years are satisfactory. If in doubt, consult your dealer, your record dealer. So, as we've just mentioned, starring Anne Rogers and Patricia Routledge, with Gordon Traynor, Kay Fraser, Lorraine Smith, Ray Cornell, Gloria Fandel, Janet Gale, and Jill Riddick, Jennifer Phillips, Stephen Vink, Philip Norton, Glynis Clark, Beverly Haddon, with Alan Ainsworth and his orchestra. There are 6 tracks on side 1 and 6 sides on track 1. What? I just said that backwards. 6 tracks on side 1 and 6 tracks on side 2. Music for Pleasure, Pty Ltd, 176 South Creek Road, DY, New South Wales, Australia. Made in Australia. But how did this become an Australian release? If it's an Austrian, it said it's a film before the play. No, it was a play. It's a new opening in New York, November 1959. So it's American, right? It's often confused as an Austrian thing, but it's just set in Austria. But it's actually American. Let's take a look at this pressing then. Let's go to Discogs. I can't see shit when these glasses are on still. Hey, Dalsky in the house. G'day, Dalsky. What do? How you doing, man? Discogs. Let's search for an album. It's called The Sound of Music. That's too big. We'll go down a little till we find it. Okay, so there's a few different versions of this. Oh, here's mine. Here's my one. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, Music for Pleasure, 1007. Oh, country of the UK. No. This is different. That's different to mine. Look. Actually, the cover's even different. I got that wrong. So that's the UK issue. That's not what I've got. Where's mine then? Mine could be... There's mine here. Mine could be rare. 1967. Shit. Folk, World and Country, Stage and Screen. These are the credits of each track. Here's Anne Rogers. Let's see Anne Rogers. English actress, dancer and singer, born in July 29, 1933. I guess she would have passed by now, right? Maybe not. Let's take a look at her Wikipedia. No, she's still alive. Hello, Anne, if you're watching. But born in Liverpool, began a stage career at the age of 15. She played the boyfriend, blah, bling, we read all that. My Fair Lady, She Loves Me, I Do, No, Nanette, Half a Sixpence, Zenda, 42nd Street, Gigi, Camelot, A Streetcar Named Desire, Over My Shoulder, Busker Alley. Where is, Oh, there's stage shows that she appeared in. Where is The Sound of Music? She doesn't appear in The Sound of Music. She just sings on the album. Yes, it's American, set in Austria. Yeah, thanks, Dale. Yeah, I mean, we're learning. I'm learning stuff here. Let's take a look at Patricia Routledge. She's also credited on the record here. Oh, wow. English actress, born in 1929 in Cheshire. That's why my mother's from Cheshire. Best known for her role as Hyacinth Bucket. Bouquet. In the BBC sitcom Keeping Up Appearances, I used to watch that as a kid. How about that? Is she still alive? Patricia Routledge. So she's a singer and an actress. Hyacinth Bouquet. Yeah, right. Keeping Up Appearances. How about that? So she also sings on this record. Back to the record here. Let's take a look at... That's a UK pressing. I watched that too. Right on, Henrik. How about that, dude? I mean, I did not know that, and I'm only learning it here with you. These all say... Okay, here's the Australian release. 1973 skins. Okay. All versions of the new submission, add to collection, add to want list, marketplace, one for sale from a $2.20. So this is not worth jack shit. It's worth $2.20. Someone else has done a virtual vinyl of this? Get him out of here. Interesting. So there's the UK pressings. There's one in the Netherlands. But basically what we've got here is a worthless piece of crap from Australia. If you want to buy it, you can buy one for $2.20 on the Discogs website. I picked this up as a bunch of, or not as a bunch, with a bunch of other records for $20 at a Cash Converters. So I'm looking forward to listening to it. I'm going to clean it. Oh, I'm going to go and get a beer. Should I clean it first and then get a beer? You know what? We'll clean it first. Dalesky, worth is not merely defined by dollar value. That's true. Yeah. If you want to get freaking technical with me, all right, fine, you win. It's not about the dollar value, but yeah, dollars are needed for everything, right? By the way, just another reminder: if you're watching this off another website, maybe you're not on Kick.com. If you want to hang out with us on Kick, when we play the record, I'm going to jump into the chat, and I'm only looking at the Kick chat. So if you want to talk about it while it plays with me, you got to come over to Kick.com. I know I'm broadcasting this everywhere, and you might be able to watch it elsewhere, but we are talking on Kick. So oh, dude, this stinks. Hey, holy shit! It smells like dead person's house. Like, you know what it smells like? It smells like a scout hall. It reminds me of the scout hall. All just crap that's been closed up for months, and just possibly old tents that haven't been cleaned and aired out before they've been packed away. I probably should just take a look at the quality of this with these glasses on. Oh, it's scratched to the shithouse, dudes. This is... I mean, I don't have the greatest record player, but this is scratched. This is all kinds of scratched everywhere. It's probably going to be a very interesting listen. I'll give it the best shot I can with the cleaning to get as much gunk out of here. Yeah, even on here, it doesn't mention a date, like a pressing date. We know it's 1973, but 2 years before I was born. Just want to make sure I get as much gunk off the groove as possible. That's side 1 taken care of. I'll just flip it over and do that on side 2 skins as well. What's the speed of this record? I guess it's 33 1/3. Yeah, 33 1/3. Have I set that up on there? Just don't want to put it on and it sounds like a chipmunk, right? It's on 33 1/3. What's the other speed? 33 1/3 and 15 or something? What? Someone tell me what the other... No, it's faster than that. 45. Of course, 45. RPMs, revolutions per minute. Do you wet clean them, Doug? No, I've never wet cleaned a record. I don't know how to, man. Do you want me to? If you want to tell me, you want to teach me, I guess I could learn, right? Dirty tree and a turd. Could I learn about how to wet clean a record? Let's take a look. How to wet clean a record. To clean your vinyl records, grab a microfiber cleaning cloth to remove the dust and static from the record. Next, dampen a clean microfiber cloth with distilled water and lightly wipe the record in a circular motion, but steer clear of the middle. Well, I do happen to have, I've got it right here actually. Nope. Yes, I have a microfiber cloth right here. I have this from something. It's actually quite dirty. There's alcoholic solutions that can do it. Would this be one of them? Would this be one of them? Isopropyl alcohol. Would that be one of them? I mean, I've got both those things sitting right here with me. Okay, microfiber cloth's not that clean, but it's dust free. I wonder if this isopropyl. Check online. Yeah, true skins. Yes, true. Clean a wet record. How to wet clean a record? I'll just put the word isopropyl alcohol. Propyl. Use Jack, then lick it clean. Isopropyl alcohol, however, is a popular ingredient in many do-it-yourself record cleaning fluids. Mixing 1/4 isopropyl alcohol and 3/4 distilled water and a few drops of rinse aid is a safe solution with a few drawbacks. Can you clean vinyl records with isopropyl? You should avoid using isopropyl alcohol or cleaning solutions that have... Okay, it says not to use it. It says you can use it, but just do it with distilled water and one quarter distilled water. One quarter isopropyl, and I don't have distilled water. I mean, this glass has been sitting on my desk for about 4 days. Is that considered distilled? I'll tell you. By the way, the glass is filthy. I don't think I should use that, right? I guess we're not going to wet clean. I can dry clean it, you know, with the microfiber cloth in a circular motion. But what's this achieving anything more than what what the blower didn't use? What the blower didn't do? I think the blower is probably the key, right? Use distilled Jack. Imagine, well, they use the Cave Springs water in Jack Daniels, but they could probably use... Dude, there is an epic scratch on that section. Fuck, if it's going to jump, it's going to jump on whatever that is. That's just all over the place. The wet cleaning is more thorough. It gets deep in the grooves. Well, should I dab this in the water? It's not distilled water, but... All right, well, that'll do. Give it a go. All right, I'll do it. I'll just dab this into the sucker. I'll just dab that in. Oh, wow. This cloth stays dry. Bizarre. It's like repellent of... What the hell? It's like magic sand. It repels water. That is bizarre. Check this out. It's all the water is just not getting into it. It's like a duck. It's literally like water off a duck's back. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Let it dry before playing. Yeah, I'll use that chance to go and grab a beer, huh? Grab a homie. So I'll do side 2 first, and then I'll do side 1 so that side 2 gets a chance to try. Don't drink the water now. No, I won't. So we're going around in a circle. There's not a lot of water on this anyway because it's like the duck's back. And I'm going in a circle motion, like it said. Yeah, okay, this is working. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's doing anything, but it feels good. Side 2 skins. Now we'll do side 1. This is like, can you hear it? Can I turn that? Hold on a sec. How come that didn't kill? Oh, wait a sec. Okay, listen to this. When you get to that section, a lot of scratchiness. Okay, so what I'll do is I will lay it down on side, so side 1's up. I will go and grab myself, and you might want to take a pause here as well, because we're going to come back and then I'm going to play the record. We're going to be in the chat together hanging out. I'm going to go and get a homebrew beer. You might want to get whatever takes your fancy. So go to the bathroom, go out and check the swell if you live near the ocean. Do whatever you need to do. Come back in the next 2 to 3 minutes and this will be dry and we'll crank it up. I can hear the scratches already, Henry. Dude, if any time this is... We thought that oh, you know what I should also do? Clear the or clean the record player. We thought that time with Tracer was bad. This will probably be worse, man. This will probably be worse. Let's just give this a bit of a clean too. Where's my I want to make certain that that's at least the needle's clean. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. It's a nice record player. Meeson, it's the only record player, because I've never had a record player before I bought this for these streams, this one being the 6th time we've done this virtual vinyl stream, but that's the only record player I could find that has a output via a USB, which goes into your computer setup so that then you can use it as an audio source into OBS. So that's why I specifically bought this record player. It's an Audio Technica and it's a USB output. So, and by the way, you can then capture your records you can digitize them, which I said I wouldn't do, but I'm starting to think I should do. I'm starting to think I should rip all my vinyl that we've been playing just to keep them. I said I wouldn't do that, but I think I should. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go and grab a homebrew. We'll come back. Give me 2 to 3 minutes. You do your thing, and I'll be right back with you lovely yahoos. Get out of here. Yeah. Meeson, always back up your data. I understand that concept, and I do back up all my data. But the reason I wasn't going to keep digital rips of the vinyl specifically was because up until now, everything that we've played on virtual vinyl, I've got digital copies anyway from the source, like from the CDs. But something like this, The Sound of Music, I don't have this on CD, so I've only got it on vinyl. So I think I should rip it, yeah. But yeah, what you say makes sense. So what else makes sense is a lovely homebrew beer, which I made. I made this beer, and now I'm going to give it a good home. I'm going to drink it. It is a lovely ale, a dark ale. It's now opened, and here it comes. Ah, yeah. What's better than music? Music with beer. Shit, yeah. And I've got to get my chat out as well, because when we play the record, I'll be in the chat with you guys. Oh, shit, that frightened me. Wow. Thanks, Dale. You scared the shit out of me. I was like, who's drinking? How come? What? Oh, yeah, it's the thing. Okay, so I've got the chat here. I'll bring it over this way, actually, so I can assist with you lovely yahoos. Over here, chat. I'm here now. I'll just say I'm here. I'm here. Okay, cool. So I'm in the chat with you lovely yahoos. Let's go across here. Where are we here? And let us put the record on the record and spin this thing up. Virtual vinyl style, folks. Anna, what's her name again? Patricia Routledge and Anna ROGERS. The sound of music, folks. Let us enjoy. Side 1 begins with The Sound of Music, followed by Maria, I Have Confidence, 16 Going on 17, My Favorite Things, and Climb Every Mountain. 6 tracks on side 1, and it sounds a little like this. I'll join you in the chat, folks. Cheers, Azizes.
To sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the bird that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. Will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee. Her dress has got a tear. She waltzes whistles on the stair, and underneath her wimples she has curlers in her hair. I even heard her singing in the abbey. She's always late for chapel, but her penitence is real. She's always late for everything, except for every meal. I hate to have to say it, but I very firmly feel Maria's not an asset to the Abbey. I'd like to say a word in her behalf.
Then say it, Margareta.
Maria makes me laugh. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? A flippity-gibbet, a will-o'-the-wisp, a clown.
Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand.
But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say?
How do you keep a wave upon the sand?
Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
How do you hold a moonbeam in your hand?
When I'm with her, I'm confused, out of focus and bemused, and I never know exactly where I am. Unpredictable as weather, she's as flighty as a feather. She's a darling, she's a demon, she's a lamb. She'll outpester any pest, drive a hornet from his nest. She could throw a whirling dervish out of whirl. She is gentle, she's wild, she's a riddle, she's a child, she's a headache, she's an angel,
She's a girl.
How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? A flippity-gibbet, a will-o'-the-wisp, a clown. Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep a wave upon the sand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold a moonbeam in your hand?
Let them bring on any problems. I'll do better than my best. I have confidence they'll put me to the test, but I'll make them see I have confidence in me. Somehow I will impress them. I will be firm but kind, and all those children, heaven bless them, they will look up to me and mind me. With each step I am more certain everything will turn out fine. I have confidence the world can all be mine. They'll have to agree I have confidence in me. I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain. I have confidence that spring will come again. Besides which, you see, I have confidence in me. Strength doesn't lie in numbers. Strength doesn't lie in wealth. Strength lies in nights of peaceful slumbers. When you wake up, it's healthy. All I trust, I leave my heart to. All I trust becomes my own. I have confidence in confidence alone. Oh, help. I have confidence in confidence alone. Besides which, you see, I have confidence in me.
You wake wait, little girl, on an empty stage for fate to turn the light on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on.
To write on.
You are 16, going on 17, baby, it's time to think. Better beware, be canny and careful, baby, you're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17, fellows will fall in line. Eager young lads and roués and cads will offer you food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared are you of things beyond your ken. You need someone older and wiser telling you what to do. 17, going on 18, I'll take care.
I am 16, going on 17. I need fellows I meet may tell me I'm sweet, and willingly I'll believe. I am 16, going on 17, innocent as a rose. Bachelor dandies, drinkers of brandies, what do I know of? Totally unprepared to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared am I of things beyond my ken. I need someone older and wiser telling me what to do. You are 17, going on 18, I'll depend on you. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown papered packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find
Wow, that was an epic ending. Mrs. Bouquet really letting fly. Holy shit. Some interesting comments there as that was playing, folks. I want to go back and read the chat because I think it brought up some points that obviously it's hard to discuss it in text form, but we can now go back over and just hit those points. But straight away, as this began, I thought the same thing that Dugsy. I thought I was hearing Mrs. Bouquet on that opening track, The Sound of Music, but she's not credited. And they're pretty specific with the crediting. Each track has got the singers' names. They're listed there. And she's not coming in until Maria. But I thought I was hearing her. Speaking of Maria, there's something about or how do you solve a problem like Maria? That was the safe word that George Costanza, when he forgot the original. So in the sitcom Seinfeld, George Costanza left an abusive message on an answering machine to a woman who turns out she never got the message. She was out of town. So he thought that he'd sneak into her apartment and swap the cassette out of the answering machine. But he needed to get into the apartment and he took Jerry with him as a decoy. But of course, if there was ever going to be a problem, they needed to have a safe word to announce that she was coming. So the safe word was originally Tippy Toes. But then he also messed it up and started singing, "How do you solve a problem like Marie?" Or he suggested that and it was too long. Anyway, that came up there and I thought I'd readdress that. What else did we... Dalesky, why do all musicals kind of sound alike? I mean, it's a thing, right? It's the genre, it's the style. And I said, oh shit. I sort of said, well, that's kind of like saying, why does all metal sound alike, or why does all death metal sound alike? I mean, it's just the genre. You're pigeonholing certain, for want of a better word, genres of music, and they all do sort of sound the same. Folk music sounds like folk music. Rock music sounds like rock music. What are you doing? What's the big idea? What's the problem? Get over yourself. The singing style is weird. That's going to be weird. What do you mean weird? Like, it's operatic. And this is a stage play, right? This began as a stage play. The last musical written by the fabulous songwriting team of Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein II. Going down the chat, I made a stupid joke. The lead singer in the track 16 going on 17 was Ray Cornell, and I suggested that is no relation to Chris Cornell. Nobody laughed. It's not very funny. But that did bring up a conversation about Porsche going on 27. She is. And then this discussion about Dugsky said, I wonder if this is the Australian cast record of a stage production, as Wikipedia has the film cast singing the songs. So we did look onto the Discogs and we found that there are a variety of pressings of this record. This happens to be the Aussie one, and there is a UK one, and there's also a Netherlands, a Dutch one. So are you suggesting that those ones would have different artists performing? I didn't think they did that. I don't have an explanation for that, but I don't think that they did that. That would be the equivalent of that would be like saying we're going to release AC/DC in the United States, but there's going to be a different vocalist because that's the American version. That doesn't. I don't know. I mean, you got a good point. Wikipedia lists the film cast. Maybe there's a separate record which is quite literally the soundtrack of the film, whereas this is the music of the musical. By the way, how scratched was it? There was a couple of times in was it my favorite things? Yeah, My Favorite Things. When we talked about Spatzley, there was a couple of times there where there was some big jumps. And yeah, noodles with schnitzel with noodles. And we were that's bizarre, Hendrik. We were talking about that just yesterday. This what we thought, or what I always thought, was potato. And it's, as you identified, it's Austrian, but I thought it was German. It's this it's a noodle, but not a noodle. It's not pasta. And Dale came in. Schnitzel is not Spätzle. Spätzli. Spätzi. Späti is the little corner shop, but Spätzi. I can't remember. And Dale said these virtual vinyl streams are interesting. That's the idea. It's about, I guess for me, it's about learning the music and like learning about the production. And records give you that, that tangible thing to hold on to and feel like you're getting more bang for your $2.20. We all learn things. Yeah, for sure. Professor gives class in session. Sit down and shut the fuck up. And I said, no fucking swearing in class. With peace and love, fuck you. Austrians do indeed have Spätzle with Schnitzel. Bam! Thanks, H-Man. That was an epic ending too, that last track, Climb Every Mountain. And there's a reprise of that coming up on the last track on Side 2 Skins. Operatic vocals, for sure. Your album doesn't say original movie soundtrack. No, it's not. That's what exactly, Doug. Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because this is not the soundtrack. This to me, and this is a bit of an odd one, this is an Australian release of the stage production music performed by people that aren't in the film or that weren't on the stage production. It's a very odd one, right? Very odd. This album is not related to the movie, and it's not related to the stage production. It's just the music reperformed. It's a covers album, basically. It's a big covers album. Wiener Schnitzel, Dale. We're Spätzle experts. Spätzi. Vienna is spelled Wien in Austria. No, Dale, it's Vienne. Oopsie, I'm still waking up. Malpezzi in the house. Yo, Malpezzi, how you doing? What's cracking? Miss Thunder. What a surprise, the two of you come in at the same time. How you doing, man? How you doing, woman? How you doing, man and woman? How you doing, lovebirds? And there's Merc as well. Does that mean we're going to see Gribsky? The Thunder from Down Under. All right, well, how about this? We get into side 2, but I am going to give it a bit more of a clean. I don't know. I don't trust my cleaning. I don't know. It skipped a fair bit there before. I want to give this side 2 a good clean skis. with peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and
love. I'm warning you with peace and love. I don't know. I don't really trust it. There was some almighty skips on there on side 1. No, sir. Grim is streaming. Oh, okay. Get it, Grimsky. If you're hearing us, he can't be because he's streaming. God bless the Grimsky machine.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing. Oh, shit. Do you guys see that? Don't do that. Somebody frame grab that or snitch that or clip that. I just dropped that record straight in. What did that look like? Has that already happened? No, it doesn't matter. Whoopsie. Yeah, I messed that up, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this record is covered in mold and it's been sitting in a record store for how many years. One thing that did piss me off though is that I didn't angle this so far away that because you can see the GoPro in the reflection. That's All right, folks. Side 2 starts with The Lonely Goat Herd. That's listed as Anne Rogers and Children. Something Good is track 2. Do Re Mi is track 3. Edelweiss is track 4. So Long Farewell track 5. And then there's a reprise of Climb Every Mountain. Clean the needle again. Good idea, Dalesky. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, actually. I hope that's cleaning it. I'm blowing air into the vicinity of it. I reckon that's good enough. If you're wondering what that is too, folks, that is a 5-cent piece, giving a little bit more weight to the needle. We learnt that quite a while ago, actually. Well, here we go, folks. Side 2 of the not soundtrack, but the Sound of Music inspired music from the stage production, sung by Anne Rogers and Patricia Routledge. Let's hear side 2 skins. I'll be with you in the chat, folks. Joining you shortly. Cheers as ears.
High on a hill was a lonely goat herd, lay, hee-hoo. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd, lay-od-lay-od-loo. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard, lay, hee-hoo. Lusty and clear from the goat herd's throat heard, lay-od-lay-od-loo.
Oh, ho, lady-od-lee, oh, ho, lady-od-lay. Oh, ho, lady-od-lee, oh, lady-od-lee, oh, lay.
On the bridge of a castle moat heard, lay, hee-hoo.
Men on a road with a load to tote heard, lay-od-lay-od-loo. Men in the midst of the toppled boat heard, lay-od-lay-od-lay-hee-hoo.
Men drinking beer with a foam afloat heard, lay-od-lay-od-loo. One little girl in a pale pink coat heard, lay-od-lay-od-lay-hee-hoo.
She owed back to the lonely goat heard, lay-od-lay-od-loo.
Soon her mama with a gleaming gloat heard, lay-od-lay-od-lay-hee-hoo. What did you want for a girl and goat heard, lay-od-lay-od-loo. What did you want for a girl and goat herd, lay-od-lay-od-loo.
Happy lady-o, 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 lady-lady-o. Soon the duets will become a trio,
lay-od-lay. Perhaps I had a wicked childhood. Perhaps I had a miserable youth. But somewhere in my wicked, miserable past, there must have been a moment of truth. For here you are standing there loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing, nothing ever could. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good.
For here you are standing there loving me, whether or not you should.
So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good.
Nothing comes from nothing, nothing ever
could. So somewhere in my youth
or childhood.
I must have done something good. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi. The first three notes just happen to be do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, let's see if I can make it easier. Dear, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to dough, oh, oh, oh.
Do,
A deer, a female deer,
re,
a drop of golden sun.
mi.
A name I call myself,
Fa,
a long, long way to run. So
pulling thread.
La,
A note to follow, so
tea.
I drink with jam and bread.
That will bring us back to dough.
A female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run.
So a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to dough. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so, do. Now, children, do, re, mi, fa, so, and so on are only the tools we use to build a song. Once you have the notes in your head, you can build 1,000,000 tunes, like this. So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. Can you do that?
So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re.
So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
Now, put it all together.
So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. So, do, la, ti, do, re, do.
Good.
But it doesn't mean anything.
So we put in words. One word for every note, like this. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Together.
When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread.
That will bring us back to dough.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, mi, so, re, fa, la, ti, 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 do, mi, so,
can
re, fa,
sing
la, ti, anything. Do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, la, mi, do, re. So, la, ti, ti, do. So, do.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow
from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery an absurd little bird is popping up to say cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, 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 to ya and ya and ya. So long, farewell, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne.
No.
No. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I leave and heave a sigh and sing goodbye, goodbye. I'm glad to go. I cannot tell a lie. I flit, I float, I flee, 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 I fly. The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye,
Wow. There you go. Holy shit. Man, again, a lot to unpack there, folks. That's side 2 of The Sound of Music. Now, I was saying before that I didn't find a date on this production, but I did find one ever so carefully underneath that track, the last song, which is a reprise of the last song on side 1, also called Climb Every Mountain. There is a date. It's got a little P in a circle, and then it's got 1966. Now that could just be that one track. It's right there. It's in tiny writing, little P 1966. I'm going to assume that's for everything, but it might not be. But wow, I mean, as we see in the chat, something about that was emotional. Now, I teared up. Absolutely. It's funny. Dale, you and I must be on the same wavelength, because the moment you said that in the chat, I was like, is it embarrassing that I'm tearing up? Because I'm tearing up here. And I think what happens with music in general, I don't need this anymore. With music in general, it brings emotions to the forefront, right? Whether it be happiness, joy. You know, you're at a festival, you're watching your favorite band, and you're happy, right? So in this instance, this particular sound for me brought up the emotion of nostalgia. Because this album, we had this in our family collection, and it was played around Christmas time, and all those sounds were like so warm and familiar and pleasant of those days. Even stretching it as far as you can, the sound of the children singing. I mean, we all went to German school on a Saturday, my sister, my brother, and myself, and we did productions at Christmas time where we all sang in the Concordia Club in Sydney, and the sound of those kids was what we were, I guess that's what we would have sounded like back then. And so this brings up that emotion, and that's why I teared up. But I think that's the beautiful thing about music. In any genre, it sparks and it grabs emotions and brings the emotions up. Whether you're banging your head to Pantera or you're tearing up to The Sound of Music with Annie Rogers and Patricia Routledge, doesn't matter. The emotion, the outlet of emotion is what's the beautiful thing about music. And yeah, I feel like Dale made a comment, and so did Merck. Dale said these virtual vinyl streams are great for that very thing. They bring up this learning and emotional outlet, and Merck's there in, yeah, right there, yeah, Merck, right back, smack. I didn't see that, Merck, but in the chat, I bang my head to Pantera and I tear up a lot. Exactly, right? Like, she's there making dinner with her kids and have that cranked up, hearing The Sound of Music. By the way, what an interesting time for the first major skip to happen, right on the doe, a deer, a female. It's like it just jumped straight in. It's almost like I don't know. The way that jumped was like, fuck, it missed the most critical moment and it skipped. I guess that's the beauty of vinyl. And this piece of vinyl is very old and very scratched. In fact, it got away by it worked. I didn't think it would work anywhere near as good as it did. And I will rip this to digital. Dale, I was a guest DJ in a stream yesterday. I got the audience emotional a few times. Oh, that's cool, man. Nice. Hendrik, I'm blown away by the fact that Mrs. Bouquet. Yeah, Hyacinth, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's her. That's Patricia. That's that woman. This woman here, Patricia Routledge. Patricia Routledge. She is an English actress born in Cheshire. She starred in Keeping Up Appearances as Mrs. Bouquet, Mrs. Bucket. Yeah, just funny. That's the best when you reach listeners soul deep. Right on. Example, Skipper and Shiloh introduced me to Wonky Donkey. I recall. Well, you guys were giggling about that for a long time, and then we watched it on my stream eventually. Always makes me belly laugh. Look, I'm loving these streams. There's a few things coming up for virtual vinyl. I still have that. There's I don't really want to smoke it too hard, but I did find a German Schlager record in this collection of records. A German Schlager record is in there, so that could be interesting, or it could be absolutely shithouse. But it's there. And we've got some cool stuff. I almost bought. Oh no, I did buy the 30th year anniversary pressing of the Mark of Cain Ill at Ease. That's going to be sick when that arrives. We've still got the Gurge to go through, Regurgitator. We got a lot of cool stuff to get through. I almost bought Carnival, and I almost bought a Tool record on vinyl, but I didn't because they wanted to charge $20 for shipping from America. How can Carnival? Oh, it wasn't just Carnival. Gareth Lydiard, the frontman from Tropical Fuckstorm and from the Drones, West Australian. He's got out a record, Strange Tourist. He's touring on it right now. It's an older record. They're reissuing it, but it's coming from America, and they want to charge $20 for shipping. It's an Australian artist on his own record label. He owns the record label. Yet you got to buy the vinyl from America. Get the fuck out! So I declined. With peace and love. Who's that? Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay. That sucks. Yeah. Anyway, so there's good things coming up on the virtual vinyl streams, and good stuff coming up in general on other streams as well. Dale, thanks for sharing this. No worries, man. I appreciate you being here. What a cool. I mean, for me to find this in cash converters in Nowra with 6 other records. We got that Prince and the Revolution. We got that Barbados, the Models 12-inch single from 1985 Australian music echelons. Yeah, to get this in there as well was like, wow, man, this is cool. I'm stoked. I'm going to actually go and listen to it again because I want to rip it to digital. But as far as this stream goes, this will be the wrap up. And I want to thank you all for being here with me. You got more than your money's worth, bigly. $20 for all that, right? It was crazy. Yeah, I'm really stoked. We've got that Van Halen one as well. We did that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. But look, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Something just happened, and I just want to dissect it. But it's lovely for you all to be here with me. I hope you've had a good time. Cheers, ears, and I'll catch you on the next Stream Skins. Cheers, all. See you later. Have a good one, all. Thank you. Later, all. Thank you, Hendrik. Thank you, Dale.
Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick.